watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci.
Tony, welcome to Go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
as the show begins. You're telling all your friends the party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. Throwing out your tricks. I'm gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to the Knockem Dade Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Please, if you wouldn't mind, please sharing the link on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. We are coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, New York. And boy, do we have some legends with us today, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's Friday. Rosie's here. Yay! And look who's sitting next to Rosie, one of my favorites.
Ooh, baby.
Eric Haft is here, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Haft. I'm so excited. You have not been on this particular show.
No.
You have once, but that was
with
like
a whole bunch of people.
and that was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, we did a movie, I think. Was it the movie?
Well, we did the
With
movie
Don
too.
Sill.
Oh, that movie. I thought you meant the other one when we needed the money and we were young. That movie.
What's the name of the movie, or that was your situation?
Yes. But yeah, we actually did. We did a movie together.
Yes.
Me and Eric. We'll have to show it to you.
What was the name of that movie? Do you remember?
It's called Comic Sans.
All right,
Oh,
just
is
hit
this
me.
where you're the guy that's an asshole?
Well, I played myself.
I saw that scene.
Saw that scene.
Where were
I'm
you
an
when
actor.
I?
Sometimes
Where were you
I'm
when I
actor.
gave you 5 minutes?
Hey,
You think I owe you something because you gave me 5 minutes 15 years ago?
Nice. Wow.
She got a good memory. Let me tell
Yeah, I see that. Wow. How many
Women
times
and
did you
their
watch
elephant memory. It's like weird.
It'll be the death of man.
that? Wow. That's
Yeah, so it's been a while. I don't remember. Was there another time? I think there was one other time. Maybe when you first started one of your podcasts.
well, yeah. This particular show, I remember like 5 or 6 years ago, and then Comic Sans, and then I think
I've
most.
called in.
Oh yes,
Voices.
You did
and
call
done
in, yes.
Stuff like that.
And you've been in here more recently with Hershey and the Keeks, of course.
Yeah. Once with them.
Well, and and explain that to me.
Yes.
Eric Hirschman, Mark Hirschman, excuse me, Mark Hirschman.
Rabinowitz. Yeah.
You're close friends with him.
Yeah. of
Why?
course. Well, because opposites attract. No, Mark's a good guy.
No, he's a
I
great
don't
dude.
know.
He's
We
a
started kind of together in
Oh, is that
comedy.
right?
I think I was a little ahead of him, maybe
Yeah.
a couple of years, and we
Right.
took stand-up U. But then we just like hit it off, and we're really opposites. You know, he's a sports guy. I'm not sports at all.
Oh, is that right?
You know, he knows all about, but I don't know. We just like we hit it off.
No, I'm
comedy-wise.
joking.
And I
No,
think he's
great.
hysterical.
Oh, he is. He's hysterical.
And I asked him to do shows. Well, yeah, why aren't you?
And he
doing it?
says
goes,
no.
Nope. He's
Yep.
just like, no, I just don't do comedy for comedy. He's like,
I was just talking about him last night with Tom Kelly, and we were actually talking about that. He does 2 or 3 shows a year, and they're most of the time just on a governor's stage, and that's it. He
Yeah,
seems to be.
yeah.
But I get a kick out of him because off stage, he's such a good ball buster.
oh yeah,
And I like that. I think I actually like that more than his
that's
stage.
his specialty. That's
Yes.
He's a great comic, and I
Yes.
bust his chops. I'm like, dude, you're funnier than most people. You don't really try, and then you don't perform.
Right.
He thinks he's a big star. Like if he's ever on a show, he's like, Erica. He'll call me, text me, hey, where are you? I'm at the club. I don't want to go through the crowd. I can't be seen before the show. So can you open the door? It'll be my special knock. Bop, 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 bop,
I'm like, oh God, you think anybody knows who the fuck you are? Come on. No, these people know me.
Well,
they know me.
In Levittown and Valley Stream. That's pretty much it.
That's great.
I love them, but you know.
And now,
I'm gonna get a little. Can I have a pen? I just want to put a little line next to every character that comes out.
all right. And speaking of good ball busters, Jackie the Joke Man Martling is a
Yes.
great ball buster,
Yes.
and you just did his podcast.
I did. That was an honor.
Now, all right, yeah. So tell me about it. It was an honor.
It was an honor for me because
Yeah.
I grew up on the Howard Stern show, bandwagon when he was, before he became like a COVID pussy. And I loved him so.
He was gone long before that.
He was gone, but it got crazy. And poor Beth is like, let's walk around the block with 12 masks, and it's just weird. Anyway, I love Howard. I, used to listen to Stump the Joke Man.
Yeah,
and,
right.
all that stuff. And to have met him a few times already and him be so fun and crazy.
Yeah.
And then him to be asked to be on the show is great.
All right, well, we'll continue that in a
Who's
second.
this? Is this Romeo?
No, it is. His ears must have been ringing. Good morning, Mr. Hirschman.
Listen, you little fuck half, you little bitch. I'm fucking 1 mile away from there. I'll get down there, you little fag.
Come on down. That would be fun.
Do your special knock.
You can hear him.
Oh, wait,
You
I
know
gotta
what-
put headphones.
Do you want to?
There he is.
Hi.
Hi, Mark. Just
You know
kidding.
You know what's funny? There's really nothing that has been said about me that is untrue so far. There's not one thing that's been said untrue other than the name Eric Hirschman.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I won't live that
the
down.
Jews again.
It's funny though. But I do want to give a little perspective though into the special knock, which I've done to Keegan and I've done to you, Tony. I've done to Eric. That when I'm on a show, which is true, it's like Halley's Comet. When I decide that I'm going to do a show, there's generally speaking, and this you guys know this is true, Eric. There's a lot of people in the audience that are there to see me. I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just saying that that's true.
Kind of is.
So for me, when I'm on a show, rather than going to the showroom and trying to get stopped by a million people when I'm already a nervous wreck as it is, it's just better for me to go through the back. That's really the truth of how it comes down.
Look, and I'm taking notes, so I know for next time I want to make sure you're happy with the way we bring you into the club. I mean, but when you roll up in the Rolls Royce, it's hard not to see you, Mark. That's kinda...
It's so funny. I tuned in this morning because I just wanted to see beautiful Rosie. That's really all I watched for, honestly.
Me too.
And then I'm like, oh my God, he landed Anderson Cooper. I'm like, how did he get him on the show?
How are you?
So-
You good though? It's true though. Come on, I said true stuff too. I said you're freaking funny. You don't even have to try. You go up there, you always kill, and then he comes off, and then he doesn't do it for like 6 months.
And he likes to come in through the back with Keegan after the show as well.
Whoa, that's a whole nother bag of donuts. Speaking of donuts.
What's on the agenda today, kids? What are you guys talking about?
I don't know. They're going to surprise me. I don't like to know anything.
Yeah, we tried
I brought pastries, though. I have, I have beautiful Paris baguette pastries. If you want to come down, Mark, we have some pastries.
Thank you.
We tried to plan ahead, but then we got yelled at. I don't like to plan anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I just
my
improv.
God.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I just improv it, baby.
Oh, that's some fancy
No, but Tony,
stuff.
you have a little agenda, I'm sure.
Of course. I always come prepared with my papers and my list. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. No, it's always a great show. Well, I won't keep you guys. I just have
who's your
like
big guest?
said-
You have a big guest this week on your show, don't you?
Yeah, so we have Little Mo Mozzarella, who's coming on.
Okay.
Who is apparently a very, very large viral star.
Yes.
He's going to be headlining the Governor's Comedy Club at the end of March. I think it was one show that got turned into two because he sold out the first one. And Mark Bucato, his name is, a Little Mo Mozzarella, is known for how you doing? And he's known for, I'll hit you over the head with a semolina bread and that kind of thing.
Well, it's a good thing because there aren't a lot of Italian comics out there that
No,
do that
no.
sort of thing. So it's good.
No.
It's refreshing.
No Pincioni, Fiumara, Calabrese, LaRocchia.
Hey, if there's
Pork
one more
chops.
guy that talks about pork chops, my God, holy crap.
Well, this is a guy that I've been trying to get on the show for a while. He was supposed to come on last year, then he had to cancel last minute. So I'm hoping that that little Mo
he's gonna be great.
is on the show Tuesday, and it'll be me, Mikey, Mo, and
if
Tony,
he cancels, I'll come on as like Momo Menorah.
Mini Mo.
You know
Mini
what?
Mo Menorah, you know, the Jew boy.
You can come
That's
on as
not a
my
bad
friend.
idea,
He's like,
actually.
hey,
That's
I'm a
pretty
little
funny.
mini mo mozzarella.
There's got to
I
be a
love that.
Jewish version of that. So, all right.
He
well,
is a hell of a nice guy. I've met him here a few times. He's a nice man. So
I'm looking forward to it, and
good. Have a good
and I'm
show.
looking forward to watching the rest of the show. Oh, I mean, I'll usually just turn the sound off and just zoom in on Rosie to tell you the truth.
Oh, shut up.
But
Oh, boy.
All right, well, thanks
You
for
can watch me eat this croissant that's some sort of freaking cheese on
eat
it.
one of these.
What is this?
Mark, you're missing out on some
Yeah,
serious.
Mark, come stop by, man.
Tony in Northport, where'd you go?
Is this?
No, this is Paris Baguette. I
But,
went
yeah.
to Paris Baguette.
And where is
They
it?
have, like
Wow.
all these French
Eric flew
pastries.
this morning to Paris to pick up a croissant from
We
him.
have a lovely
His private jet.
It's beautiful.
You know what's funny is that Tony's not going to eat one morsel of that, but if you brought him a bag of Lay's, he would
No,
definitely eat them.
it's
now.
not toasted Wonder Bread.
That's right.
Jesus.
That's right.
He really likes the finer things.
He's got
in
the
life.
palate of
know
a
me
he's got the palate of a coma victim.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. There are
More
homeless
for you.
vagrants who eat better than Tony does.
All right, Marky.
True.
I'm going to contact
All right,
Mo and
guys,
claim
well-
it's you and cancel on him. All right.
Knock him dead. Have fun, okay?
Thanks,
I'll
guys.
be watching.
Thanks, pal.
Have a good one.
See ya. That son of a bitch, Mark Hirschman, checking in. Oh, we got comments are coming in like crazy already.
Hello.
John Rusiello and Rothy in California.
Is that really his hair color? Ah.
Who, you?
No, he dyes it white, asshole. I love people that say, is that really the color? Yeah, I made it white. I went out of my way. It was beautiful black hair, and I just decided one day to just go away.
What do you think it
You
is?
look 90.
I've never seen a lot of people do comment about your white hair. Like lots of people have white hair. Why do they single you out? It's weird to me.
It's because people pay money apparently to do this. Women
Yes.
go white.
You know how hard it is to
really?
maintain that, and then you put the little bit of the silver gray in it. It's a lot of money. It's
Apparently,
very hard.
right?
You have
Because
to
mine's
strip the
white,
hair.
white.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you see old guys, it's gray, like that washed out. But this is like this weird white thing. I was gray since I'm 17, dude. I started getting
right?
white streaks in my hair.
I did see a picture of you at your bar mitzvah,
Hello.
and you had a lot of black hair and
That was the last time I had.
and
black
also
hair.
a mullet.
Of course. Yeah, it was the
Really?
it was the 80s, baby.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was funny.
And he's a drummer after all. He needs the mullet.
Well, that's
played-
why I saw it. He was showing pictures of drum. I was like,
Yeah, I was
drummer.
playing the drums at 13.
And he was like,
at
look,
my
I was
bar
up, I
mitzvah.
drummed up. My mom didn't want to pay for a
Yeah.
band,
No, I just sat in.
so I fucking did my own shit.
Because I'm better than them anyway.
What's on your agenda? What are we talking
All right.
about?
Well, we were starting to talk about last night, and
All
we
right, thank
stopped
you for
because we
this.
wanted to do it on the air.
Yes.
Yes, that's very nice.
What happened?
Thank you.
So last night,
Want some?
You don't
no,
need
I'm
that.
going to pass, but I do appreciate you bringing it in.
Cream filled.
No. Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah, so there was a show going on.
We don't have to keep these on anymore. We just
I'm
That's
used
true.
to it. I'm a musician.
Oh, that's true.
No, you don't have to. All right, I'll
when
take them
Eric,
off.
want to talk about that guy does a knock, 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 knock.
Yeah.
You know what he does?
What does he do?
He goes to shows and he's like, I just want to check out the sound system, make sure everything's all right. Because I'm a sound guy, because I'm a musician.
Yes.
I grew up, I'm a jazz prodigy.
No, I never said
I'm a
that. Those are not
drummer.
my words.
I'm a drummer.
A drum prodigy.
I'm a drum prodigy.
Let me tell you.
And he stands at the thing and he's like, sound 1, 2, mic 1, 2, check. Check, mic 1, 2, check.
Yeah.
Does he make noises too?
And I'm just like, can we fucking get out of here and go have a glass of wine? What is he fucking doing?
Well, meanwhile, the show's over too.
Yeah, well, that's at the
yeah, it's at the end. I'm like, they're packing it up, Haft.
You know, we're in the world of comedy. There's like 3 things. We only need 3 things.
Look at
sound, lighting, and maybe like raise us up a bit, a couple inches, right?
Yes.
So we have a little command over the audience. That's all we need.
Yep.
Sound, and what are the 2 out of the 3 things they don't ever have properly are sound and lighting. I did a show the other day.
That's right.
I'm not going to say who set it up. It was a speaker this big in the corner that was feeding back. A wireless microphone. No, it wasn't him.
I'm joking.
And shit was falling apart, and the first comedian was putting the microphone, and there was no stage, and there was a pin light that the restaurant owner had like a little pin that like it was like on my nose over here.
I know the show.
And I was like, yeah, this is great for comedy. No stage. So 3 things. That's it.
Well,
Come on.
and you're absolutely right.
But was the little mo mozzarella good when you were eating?
And I will back you up because I'm the same way.
It's the worst.
I'm always testing stuff, making sure it's working. It's important.
Butera
Well, you know
hates
what?
me for that, by the way.
You don't have
Butera
to
hates
worry.
me.
Well,
He's like, I only brought 1 speaker in. I know you hate that. I said, then why'd you only bring 1 speaker in? If you
Right.
know I hate it. He goes, well, you don't really need. I said, go get the speaker, you idiot. And he goes, all right. And what about the? Do you have a light? It's in the car. I'm like, oh, that's doing us a lot of good. So this is the kind of stuff. So I'm.
you ever run out to your car to get your own stuff?
I
and
always,
bring
bring,
it?
I always have my
Yes.
stuff in my car.
Yeah.
First
It's
time
all
I
right.
ever did a show with
I do
him, he
too.
was like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the spotlight out of my car. I'm like, you just have one of those? Like, I have a sweatshirt, a couple bottles of water,
Yeah.
not a spotlight.
Some French pastries.
Yeah.
From Paris Paquette.
All right. So tell us what happened. I interrupted
okay.
your story.
Okay.
I'm
No, it's all
sorry.
right. Well, because you saw it from the beginning. I didn't.
Yes, I was in the room.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was back here. I was talking with Tom Kelly and Jason Mercado. Jason Mercado? That's his first name?
Yeah.
Jason, yeah. The 3 of us talking. All of a sudden, Mary Capone comes running out of the green room. I mean, hauling ass. So we're like, what the?
She was like in charge last night. Of
She-
the green
yeah.
room. She was like, this is your number. This
And
is so
then
many.
as she's running, she's just yelling, something's wrong, something's wrong. We're like, what the hell? And then Cravella came running out of the green room, like, oh. And then I yelled, I go, good thing Mary's on the case to save the day, which I don't think she liked. But so we just followed her out. Oh well.
So what happened?
He had
A
seizure.
man had, no. I think
No?
he had one too many, like, gummies. Is
Okay.
what I think happened at the end of the day. But everybody thought he might have been having a heart attack. So I was sitting all the way up in the top left in the back of the main
Right.
room. And the place was very packed.
It was a packed room.
I already finished my set, thank God. And then I was like, all right, now I can have a drink. So I went and sat with Mike Delaquilla and a couple of other people that had performed. And all of a sudden, the comic got on stage. And then you just heard commotion, movement. Then there was like 5 or 6 women on the stage
Yes.
staring down. And I was
Yes.
like, why are there audience members on the stage? And we're all like, what is going on? And then you just saw some guy that was like slumped over.
Oh.
And then they called 911 and then like, does anybody have an AED?
Yes,
I'm like,
that's-
hold on. I got it right here.
That was Joe on
You
the
know,
mic.
yeah.
Poor Joe Cravell. I felt bad. He didn't know what to do. He's on the mic. He's like,
Was
okay.
he hosting?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, let's just calm down. Everybody, I think it's okay, everybody. No, he did a fine job.
No,
but-
then they turned the main lights on. They're like, turn the
Right.
lights on. Then
And
the
then,
lights went
Get
on.
some ice and water!
Ice and water! Ice and water! And then I was sitting with a comic that I never met before. He's very young, very sweet. And I'm standing there like, and of course I just immediately start eating mozzarella sticks off of Mike Delaquilla's plate because that's what I do when I get nervous. I'm like, I'm very uncomfortable. I hope that man doesn't die. And then the girl in front of me just was like, Lord Jesus, watch over him right now. May your angels come down upon him and surround him and save him at this moment, Lord Jesus. Please, Lord Jesus. And she did this whole thing. And all
That's
you
like the Blues Brothers,
and
right
all
there.
you see is the 3
Cloud
of us
conf-
at the table like this. I'm like, oh, okay. It was unusual for the setting.
Right.
I mean, I come from a mother that's Pentecostal, so I'm used to all this shit. I went with him to that Sandy's place or whatever.
Sandy?
I watched
Oh,
a
no.
Jewish
Samantha's.
man. I watched a
Samantha's.
Jewish man blessing women as he left. It was bless you.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, that was you.
So basically, you said is you almost killed last night.
Exactly.
You stole my joke, asshole.
Almost. He didn't quite die.
Well, he did get up at one point. So, yeah, so I followed them all in there. And when I get in there, first thing I noticed, there had to be 5 tables were just completely moved. I was like, what? Was there a fight? Like, what happened here?
I saw you come out.
Yeah. See that? You checked me out.
I
whenever
do check
I'm
you out.
walking in and
It's
out of
hard
that room.
not to.
What an ass.
It's really hard not
Look
to.
at that freak with the limp.
It's really hard not to. I mean, between like the shine off your head, it's like the spot. You're like, what's going on in here? I was like, I see him.
But then I saw a woman that I know who's hot, so I was like, oh, cool. And
I'll
then
bet
they came out
every
together.
comedian has that kind of story, though. Like, I did a show. I was new. I was like a couple of years in. And they're about to announce we're at a 55 and over community. And
so that's
Joey
like a-
Petroni. Remember
Oh,
Joey Petroni?
Joey was there last night. He was here.
So Joey is there, and this guy, Rob Chiaffi. Do you remember Rob Chiaffi?
I do.
I
Yeah.
barely knew the guy, and he's hosting the show, and he's about to bring me up, and I'm like nervous as hell, and it's old people, and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is all over the blah, 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 Eric Haft," and the guy in his chair goes, boom, and literally falls, and he's lying there with his arms out as he calls my name, and the woman freaks, his wife, oh my God, and they go nuts. So now Rich Walker runs, he's on the show, he's got the guy's head in his hand. I'm like, what about me? I got to do my weight a bit. Anyway, the guy's laying there, and now they don't know what to do, and his wife's going, he's got a built-in, what is it, a defibrillator. They're like, get a defibrillator. He's, no, he already has one. And all of a sudden, sure enough, the fucking defibrillator, the guy starts doing that shit, you know?
Oh my God.
And he's getting like self-defibrillation, you know? And he's bouncing, and Rich is holding his head. So the guy, the ambulance shows up.
I wish
I'm
there was a
like,
video
I'm
of
supposed
this.
to be on stage. The lights are on, just like that. And now they finally roll this poor bastard out. And he's now rolling out, and
Literally rolled him.
Not 1 millisecond passes when the door closed with the guy the guy in charge goes, "Can we get this show going, please? Can we just, because I don't know, we don't have a lot of, I just want," and I went, you're still going to do the show? Oh, yeah.
Oh, the show went on last
show
night.
went on.
The lights went down. I was like, thank God this guy didn't die. Poor James would have had a,
Well, the guy. So yeah, like I said, the guy did get up at one point, right? So some people help him up, and he's just kind of, you see him, he's just like this.
Oh boy.
Sure enough, 30 seconds later, boom, he goes back down. They're tending to him, and that's when I look in the corner, right? I see James. He's just like this.
No, he didn't move.
He didn't move.
And I don't blame him.
Oh no, I don't blame him either.
He didn't move when I passed out that
So,
night.
but they're yelling.
Don't get involved.
They're yelling for the ice and water. Some guy comes walking. Now I'm standing next to Fat Jay. Some guy comes walking. He's like, I got the water. And then he stops. He goes, hey, Jay. I was dying.
Are you blimping?
I was dying. Well, he says, you're going on. And then the guy calls his wife over. She comes, oh, Jay, we love you.
You're
Jay's
taking
like,
photos when he's got the water still?
Yeah. He's like, thank you, madam. And but meanwhile, this guy's holding the water. I was dying.
It's showing on, though.
They bring the water. So Jay was the next comedian up.
You did a great job with the transition.
First thing he says, he was, for the first time in my life, I'm not the least healthiest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Broke the house down. Everybody's cracking up, and he had them immediately.
Immediately.
And off he went.
Immediately,
Yep.
he was like, "Wow, this is the first time I'm in a room, and I'm not the most unhealthy
Yeah.
guy there." And
It's
it
great.
Just,
Perfect line.
It was so
Perfect.
good.
James Grimm is watching. He was there last night.
Yes, he was.
Hello.
James, what did you see? He was in. Were you sitting with him? He
I
was in the
sitting
corner.
with him, Mike, and the prayer lady, and then Jason Mercado
Right.
and Mary Capone. We were all.
Mary wasn't the praying lady?
No.
Mary goes to church.
There was a lot of talk about church last evening.
From
in the
Mary?
green room. It was unusual.
Yeah, Mary goes to church.
Listen, I just everybody was talking about Center Point Church.
Center Point Church in Massapequa.
There's also one in Long Beach. So I was like, they all come to Long Beach to go to church. And then I realized maybe there's more than one, and like this strange, strange concept to like turn a profit.
A lot of money down there. The church can make a lot of money down there.
Yeah, I was like, wow, everybody's so religious. Maybe that's what I need.
Yeah, comedy doesn't stop. We don't stop comedy for. If you want to die, that's up to you. But we're not stopping the show. People need to learn.
I thought we were out of there. Like I was like, I guess we're gonna put my scarf on and.
But I'm seeing Joey Petroni is now the common denominator here. Maybe he's.
Yeah, if he was here last night, it definitely had something to do with him.
Yep, without a doubt.
His name has popped up. Well, his real name, I guess, and his alias. What is it?
The alias
what's
is
his
Joey
real
Petroni.
name? I always forget.
His first name is Bob.
Bob, right, Bob.
That's quite the transition.
And I met a friend of his recently, and the guy said, "Do you know Joey Petroni?" I'm like, wow, of all people.
And if you go on Facebook today, it'll tell you it's Joey Petroni's birthday. But
today,
but I don't think it's
really
Bob's birthday. I think it's Joey's. So
all right.
yeah,
So
when he
his
started.
he has
stage
two
name has another birthday.
Yes.
That's some sort of racket to get more
You got to take
gifts.
that seriously.
Joey Petroni's awesome. I just want you to know that.
I don't know him.
I know. That's why I'm
He's
filling
a
you in.
sweetheart of a guy. Super
Where was
cool
he?
guy.
Would I have seen him?
Stage right, all the way in the corner. Tall guy, long hair, beard.
Yeah, he looks like a biker.
Yeah.
Did he have a black shirt with a red symbol in the middle?
I don't. He had a
Really?
black leather vest. I don't remember a red thing in the
Does
middle.
he sort of look like Chris Christopherson?
Nah.
Maybe not really. I'll show you. How about that?
So old that you both knew that. I love it.
Chris Christopherson. Yeah, I
Does he do sailing?
Who?
Chris Christopherson. Is that what he sang?
No,
Sail
that's Christopher.
Takes me away.
That's
Christopher
Chris
Cross?
Cross.
Oh, sorry. When I think of Chris Cross, I think of
Your mind is kind of
Chris
fucked
Cross.
up. You realize that, right? It's like all over, like you ADHD.
Oh, no
MD.
shit.
So you're right. There's a red thing in the middle.
That's
This is
exactly-
from
I-
last
Is that
night.
him?
That's him.
It's
All
a
right.
picture from last
See,
night.
the
Yeah.
memory?
Yeah, the long hair.
I
Yeah.
said with the red symbol in his shirt.
And he
So
was in
several-
Comic Sans as well.
Yes, he was.
And he did. All you guys did a super job. I love the way that
was a good
thing came
That
out.
came out nicely. I
Came
think,
out
yeah.
really nice. And you, my friend, kicked ass.
Oh, thank you, man.
I've never seen you act, so
It
I was
was
pleasantly
surprising
surprised.
how-
Yeah, he
how
was
good he was.
really good. Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely.
Well, you know why? Because Don Sill's cool. Easy to work with. you
Don
know?
is awesome.
We were just kind of going back.
I
want to
be in a Don Sills movie.
Don Sill's good.
We're working on the next one. We're doing our first shoot for it next week with Greg Criticos, who's an asshole. But we're doing. No, I'm kidding.
Greg, I hope you're watching. You're an asshole.
We're getting his scenes done because he's moving to Greece.
Is he really?
Do you know?
Yeah.
You must know Greg.
Of
right?
course.
Yeah.
Very loud. Very loud.
Very grouchy son of a bitch. Guy.
No, because Eric is very quiet.
I'm quiet off.
You get intimidated from all these loud comedians.
You know, that happened last night at Brokerage. It was just like the audience was there was a guy, Giovanni. Remember
His
Giovanni?
birthday.
And it was his birthday. You
I
know,
tried to wish him happy
the big
birthday.
Italian guy, older guy, doesn't want to be bothered. No, shouldn't, and he's on his phone the whole time. And I went up
Annoying.
there and just busted his balls.
Good.
'Cause I'm like, you're not doing that during my set.
Good for you.
No way.
Good for you.
So I twisted him around a little bit, and then you got to do it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was cool.
I was started at the brokerage with.
Yeah, you
them.
did double duty last night.
Yeah, they sent me in my car and were like, "You're going over there now." I was like, "Okay."
You're like, but I'm halfway home here.
Huh?
But at the brokerage, you're like on your way home.
The
Now you
brokerage
have
is
to-
easier.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? I love it.
No,
And
it's cool that they
and
asked you
I
to
get
do
the
double
second
duty.
wind, and if they want to put me up twice, and I'm going to get all that
course.
stage time.
That's it.
Did they ask Eric to come back?
No.
No, Eric didn't get asked. To do 2 sets.
I haven't been around as long as she has.
No, you know what it is too. They put me up first, and he was like towards the end. Of course,
I
'cause
wish
he's,
they would
you know,
put me up
He's
first.
Hafty headliner.
Let me go.
Oh, so you can get out of there?
No, so I can do other
Just
things.
relax?
Yeah, go to the other club, hang out.
Yeah, but you're the,
I didn't close
He
the show.
didn't
last
close
night.
the show.
but still,
They're not
Olga
gonna-
actually was coming over, but she was waiting for a car. So I just did as much time until she got there, basically. It was cool. It was fun. It was a good night.
I saw some, unless I read it wrong, did she just perform at the London Palladium?
Yes.
Wow, man.
No
That's
shit.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Do we know?
No,
I told her last night. I took a picture and I was like, I need this because when you're like flying and like doing like when you're a spokesperson for like Maybelline,
Yeah.
I want to be like, look, that's me and Olga.
spokesperson for
Olga.
Maybelline.
Yeah.
I just think Chuck Berry on here, Maybelline.
Really? Oh.
I thought
that
music
song.
guy. I thought that's
Yeah.
a song of Chuck
Oh,
Berry's.
really?
I thought the music guy would work with me on that.
No, sorry.
You always
All right, never mind.
Sorry,
I
I
know.
didn't jump on that.
I know what you mean.
You said Chuck Berry, right?
Yeah, he has a song
okay.
called Maybelline.
I was thinking.
Oh, Maybelline.
Who's the other guy? The Gong Show. That Barry.
Chuck Barris.
Barris. I was like, why is he
okay.
talking about the Gong Show guy? But you said Chuck Berry. Oh my God, fucking old.
So I just got to stick to jazz if I'm going to talk music with you.
Yeah, no.
I could
know.
have used a gun
You know what's-
last
yeah,
night
I
at the
didn't
bar
grow
after
up.
the show.
Why?
Because it's just some craziness. Some of the audience members that stay after, which is nice, but one guy,
What happened?
No, we don't know. Tell us.
You're on the air. You're supposed to tell the story, not just
The one guy, you know.
intimate. Yeah. Something weird happened, but I can't talk about it
This
right
one
now.
guy, he had an orange sweatshirt on and he had a flat top Yankee hat. He was very Bronx. He was Hispanic, and he just couldn't stop saying the word jerk off. And it was so annoying. He's like,
Was it pork chop?
no. That's great. No, Pork Chop was surrounded by women like flies last night. There was
What?
a gaggle of them just
A gaggle?
surrounding him.
It's the flip flops. Women love flip flops. I don't know what it is. Are those your toes? I love them.
No, but they're coming.
Hey, I wear flip flops everywhere I go. You know, but no, these are my slip-ons. These aren't the good ones. There, I got the Gucci ones at home, but you know that. Women love flip flops. That's the name of his book coming out. Hi, I'm Pork Chop, and women love flip flops. Oh God. Hey, here's my new book, Flip Flop. Slide on. Here's my girlfriend, Slide on. Oh my God. If that guy says gabagool one more time, I swear to God, the pork that must go into that guy's body. How much pork does the man eat?
He's got branded suits.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people like to wear real shoes, not me. No, because I gotta go. When I go fast. And I slide right in, I'm out the door.
Oh, my God.
Track suit and all. I love him because if I ever have to go on after him, that's the kind of stuff I do. He loves it. You know, I'm busting your balls.
Yeah,
he could take it.
Absolutely.
He was in the audience right here at Governor's, and I was doing that. I went on right after him. I started doing that stuff. I can't help it because I got to become him, you know. But he was standing there just, you know, he loves it.
He loved it. How could he not?
Oh, the more he's talked about, the happier he is.
Who's not as a comic?
Well,
Let's
true.
be honest.
True.
That's it. All right, what else? What are we talking about?
Narcissistic egomaniacs.
This business is full of
Fucking-
what a bunch of whack
We're a
jobs.
bunch of weirdos. Yourself included, myself included. You're not so fucking normal either.
Oh, I never claimed to be.
You don't even eat.
I don't
The
know.
man put on women's underwear, for God's sake, with his nutsack hanging out. Holy shit.
That was awful.
I'm eating like an egg sandwich. I'm like, bleh.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Is that hair in my sandwich?
Try
Bleh.
living with it. Oh,
So
yeah,
what were
that
you
was
saying?
awful.
What do we got?
I'm sorry, we went on the tangent.
Well, before Mark called, we were
Oh
starting
no!
to talk
So
about Jackie.
he said I was standing at the bar, and there was a few of us there, and I'm standing. Mike Delaquilis, he said to him, "I could be a no," but he was like, "I could."
Oh, is this? We're back to
This
the Bronx
was the guy. He
Oh,
was
Bronx
like,
guy.
he was like, I could be a comic. I have a joke. I'm go, and he's following all of us on Instagram, and we're like, okay, great. You got one more follower. I'm up to like 302. So, so now he's standing there with who's that? Romeo.
Yeah, that is Romeo.
Oh, we got
Romeo, no, we're gonna finish your story.
Okay.
Romeo,
I mean,
I'll
we
tell
can
you
talk
what,
to
Romeo,
Romeo.
call us back in 10 minutes.
Romeo.
Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Shall
Shall we go to the boudoir for some copulous copulation?
The evil that men do. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often
Fellatio!
with their bones. So let it be with Romeo. All right, so the guy
I've never
was-
seen his act before.
Right.
Yeah, right. She's got... So Romeo...
So now Romeo is like...
No, not Romeo.
Not Romeo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Romeo. So this other guy is like, I'm all distracted now because of Romeo and this and that. I'll come back. to
Jerk
it.
off guy.
Oh, that's what he said. He said to Mike. So I went in the bathroom. My brother was jerking off, and I was there, and then I hid behind him, and I was like, ha ha ha, and I went in the shower, and he was jerking off, and he keeps going, jerking off, and he did it so many times, and we're all like, so finally Mike goes, you know what you should do? You should say jerking off one more time. And I was like, thank God somebody finally acknowledged that this is so weird. But this is what you get. At the end of the night, late night, you get
Yeah.
the guys that come in and they want to tell you their jokes. And they're always like, you know,
Everybody's a comedian.
penis jokes and fart jokes and this and I'm like, just come to an open mic. I tried to get him to take Walker's class. I was like, you should take stand up you. Rich will love you.
Oh, God. Rich would love
Peter
that.
Bells will think it's fabulous.
Romeo, what we wanted to... Oh, no. What's his name? His name was... I keep going back to Romeo.
I know, we can't stop.
Peter Bells. Hi, everyone. Look, I can make you funny. That's not going to be a problem, you know?
Holy crap, that's perfect.
But what you have to do... No. No puns, Eric. We don't do puns. I wrote a new joke about a Datsun. I want to tell you about my Datsun. And I have another new joke about Tootsie Rolls I think will be hysterical. No, it's a funny premise about Tootsie Rolls. I know a lot of people don't know about Tootsie Rolls anymore, but I love them. And they're very healthy, actually. It's a lot of sugar, but...
Oh, my God. You're
I
so
love
Peter
Peter
Bales
Bales.
right now.
That was perfect.
You ever hear, and then him and Rich just fighting. It's
Yes.
really good for new students.
I just
to
went.
see this.
I hate Tigs. I love Tigs. More Tigs. I hate them.
The first time we met was I showed up at their class.
And they were fighting.
It was the first time I ever went. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Peter was ready to kill somebody. I felt bad for him, actually. He was not in a good mood at all.
He was also mad at one of the guys that we had in the class.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I stayed, I think, for 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm getting out of
No,
here.
we had a guy in the class that was just nasty, arrogant, didn't want to listen, thought he knew everything.
All right, well, that's, that's Raider. We're talking about the students.
Poor Rich.
All right, but tell us, you did Bales and Jackie's podcast.
It was great.
Yeah, but now, did you think you guys were live?
I did. I told everybody I know.
And you had no idea?
I'm a smart dummy. I'm the smartest fucking dummy out there.
When did you figure out you weren't live? Was it after it was
When I sat
done?
down there and they mic'd me up and I said, okay, so when do we go live? And he was like, in like 2 weeks. What do you mean? He's like, well, it has to be edited.
Yeah.
And I was like, no one's going to be able to follow that link.
No. But what'd you talk about? What kind of
Well,
stuff?
maybe if Peter Bales gave me some more information other than see you at 3 in Plainview.
Downstairs below
And
all
I
the chocolate.
said, so I said, finally, like the night before, I wrote, you're going to give me an address?
Here's what I like about the fact that Rosie got asked to do a show that, with Jackie Moore. I'm doing this 15 years. I just got asked a year ago to do it. She's doing it like 3.5 days. And you're like, Rosie, we'd love to have you. And we'd love to look at your boobs. I mean, to have you on the show.
Stop it!
I was going to ask how many times Jackie referred to your boobs.
He didn't. I know Martling is he likes the ladies.
Yeah.
Shocking. Shocking.
He also must like Polydent because.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
For fuck's sake.
So but you had fun.
I guess I'm not going back on the show.
You had a good time.
That's
Yes, you
right,
will,
it
because
was
Jackie
good.
won't remember, so you'll
No,
be back
that's
on.
true.
Yeah.
You'll be on again.
Absolutely.
I had a good time. I got to speak to Peter Bales about what it's like to be a woman in comedy now, and some of the biases and some of the advantages.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like you want that token woman on a ticket. So there's only so many people vying for it, and then some of those people are booked already or busy or whatever. So there's only there. Oh wait, Rosie might be free.
Oh, that's not true.
So it's just, interesting speaking to him about that and telling him what I do for a living. And he talked a little bit about getting started in 1979. And what's funny, when I got off the air, I got a message from a girl that owns the gym I go to. And she said, oh my God, I can't believe it. My sister made out with Jackie in 1979 after a show.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like her claim to fame.
Wow.
And I was like,
Exciting.
well, this is 2025.
That's great. Wow.
Exciting stuff.
Do you ever see? Well, in the documentary about Jackie, they show this where he made some movie with Florence Henderson and they're making out. You ever see this thing?
Florence
Really?
Henderson,
Yeah.
the mother on.
Yeah, Mrs. Brady. The tongues are flying.
Ooh,
It's
Jackie,
yeah, it's
really?
like- yeah.
You got Mrs. Brady, huh? Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Somebody's got I Dream of Jeannie. Somebody's got Mrs. Brady. I mean, wow, those two guys talk about comedy memories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stand-up memories from the 20s.
Stand-up memories.
From the 20s.
They're like, hold on, gotta take a picture here.
Exactly. Those guys. Oh. Stand-up memories.
Get the man a piece of cheese.
No.
Peter's going to be so mad at us. I can't believe you spoke to him. Why would you make fun of us, He doesn't watch it.
He's not gonna.
He doesn't even know how to.
I was gonna
open
say
up
he
his
doesn't know how to
phone.
turn on his
You
phone.
ever text Peter Bales and like a year and a half later, it's like, Happy New Year. It's like,
He wrote.
I just turned this on. I'm sorry. I would have taken those 17 gigs that you offered me. It's like, do you ever look at your phone? He's the guy's.
Well, that it's
I
a
love
different
him,
generation.
Yes.
Yes, it was. You're right.
Even for me now, with my 20-something-year-olds at work, they're like, why do you have so much punctuation in your text? I'm like, I don't know, because I'm educated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'd like you to know that I don't mean like beans,
Right.
cheese, steak. That's not a thing. But if you say beans, comma, cheese, comma, steaks, comma, there's 3 separate things.
You're absolutely right.
And I'd also like to let you know when I'm done with a thought. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the period at the end. You mean?
Yeah. They don't punctuate in text. Young
Everything's
kids.
initials.
Yep. People don't. They don't even listen to what other people are saying because
that?
they're so interested. As you're talking, they're trying to figure out what they're going to say. So most people aren't even. It's just not. There's no communication like that anymore.
Well, even this show. I mean, we're 90 minutes. Who does 90 minutes? Talk. They want 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just don't worry about it because I want to listen. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm laughing my ass off because I'm listening to what you guys are saying. We're at 30 seconds. You can't really even get the context, and then you're texting. Everything's initials. Like I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm old. Simple as that.
The art of communication is lost.
Yep.
But that's all right. We're doing it.
Don Sill says Haft has me crying. This is a great show.
He's the best.
I love you,
So
Don
funny.
Sill.
Don Sill.
I got
is
to act
awesome.
with him. It was we were here until like 4 a.m. Yeah, it wasn't. Maybe it was 2 a.m.
You
You were there.
Well, yeah, I was
And
the
we
last
just
one
kept
out.
looking at each other, and I was like, man, I really shouldn't be an actor. It was so hard.
But it was hard, but it wasn't like, holy
Not
fuck,
hard.
when are we getting
No,
out of here? It wasn't like that.
Just
It was
tiring.
Yes.
Because
but
we
it was
were doing
great.
a lot of takes and
Right.
trying to get it right. And
And
but
then
it
when-
was great. We
And then
had
when
fun.
you see the finished product, whether we're talking about Comic Sans or anything, when you see the finished product, immediately it's all worth it because when it comes out as
Don's
well as
got
that
a great
did.
eye, man. The guy sees stuff. That's what a good director sees stuff that you just like, you're acting, you're doing your lines. But, when I walk through the door, he's like, no, you got to walk in this way.
Right.
But, like, I would never think, you don't think about that stuff.
No,
I'm just
not
here
at
to
all.
do a scene.
Right.
But he's able to act, see it, then jump into the scene, then get and do the directorial bullshit. Right. I don't want to do that. Like,
And then even lighting is always what gets me. Like right now, I'm like, oh, this is nice and bright. We can see fine.
Yeah,
What do we need lights for?
No.
No, you need. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's really quite an interesting process, in my opinion.
But if I were to do that over, I would probably do it in a different way. That's what's great about like a scene. We could have done it 20 different ways.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a lot of time, and we were trying to get it done in one night, essentially one night.
Yeah.
So we did a lot. But it came out all right.
What else? What other acting have you done?
I'm not an actor. I took acting classes.
Okay.
I'm into improv. So Rich Walker years ago, there was the Gateway Playhouse.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
And
he's-
the guy that ran this Michael Baker guy was a groundling. The Groundlings.
Yeah.
One of these big improv groups. And I said, I just want to do improv. So I would go to the acting class, and they kind of snuck that in on me. They're like, oh no, you're going to be doing scenes and you're going to do a monologue. And I'd be
Ugh.
like, no, I just want to act like an asshole. Can I
want them
just
to say, "Pretend
can
you're
I
at the
just
gas
do what I
station."
want, And I would take over scenes, and we would do improv stuff, and I was great at that. And there's a famous one. There was we would have to do a scene. There was an Asian woman was one of these women in the class, and she would have to enter from one side. The exercise was, she comes on and has an emotion, and I have an object in my hand. I come up from the other side, and then you have to just. But the only rule was no questions. No questions. Okay. Asian woman, older. She has to be in a scene with me. I come on, and I'm shaving. I'm doing this. And no questions. Everything is no. So I go up, and she goes, "Why you no love me?" And
No.
the first thing she says, right? So of course the acting teacher.
You should have said, "I love you long time."
She go, "Why you no love me?" But Michael Baker goes, "No questions." And I said, "I love you." She goes, "You no love me. Why you go to the party with them?" No questions. And I'm going, listen, I want to be alone. You no love me? Why you no? And then finally I go,
goodness.
you know why? Because you ask too many fucking questions. Stop asking so many fucking questions. And she just stood there in shock because she was like, I'm sorry. And she ran off the stage and never came back to the
Come on! Wow, you're like
I was the devil that night.
You're like
But
Christopher.
I was in the scene, and it was so funny because he kept saying, "No questions, and everything she said. Ask Rich Walker, he was there. No questions, no questions." And finally, I said, "You know why? Because she asked too many fucking questions." And it was just she just froze in her place and almost started to cry, and she ran out. And the next week, Michael said, "Erica, she's not coming back." And I said, "I'm sorry.
You're
You
Christopher.
got her money, right?"
Remember in The Sopranos? Remember Christopher did that scene with the guy, and then he started beating him up.
I cannot
That's
believe
you?
this story.
It was terrible. That was so bad. But that was the kind of
that's
shit. Like
hilarious.
I love the improv. So then I had to kind of do some acting, and I'm not an actor. I say that I act, but I do okay.
You're very
He
good.
has so much acting in his set.
Well, true.
You know, his set
Well,
too.
both of you guys are similar. You both do a lot of character types in your acting.
That part,
which
yeah.
is acting, yeah. And I remember seeing the first time I ever was aware of you. I saw you and Walker years ago doing the Who's On First thing. Was it at a library, maybe?
Probably.
I don't remember where it was, to be honest with you. But I remember thinking, wow, these guys are good. They you had it. That's not an easy thing to
It
do.
took us a year to learn, and I don't even remember. We did it for a reason. Rich had some connection, and we wound up getting some little notoriety doing that nonsense. But again, I don't consider that acting. Like in my act, I do act outs. I do characters. I've always done characters. That's like voices. But acting's hard, man. I mean, you see, like to be real is the hardest thing in life. That's not to be philosophical, but we don't want to be who we really are.
Right.
So we're acting and but to just be like real is so hard.
And like a Comic Sans type thing where you have to be a real person.
Yeah.
Kind of like it wasn't like an overblown comedy where you can be this exaggerated character.
Right.
That to me is easier because we can be silly and we can just really let it all out. Where to be normal, so to speak, on camera with everybody looking at you, that's hard stuff.
They say acting's easier, just don't let them catch you doing it.
Right.
It's because everybody, and that's what I felt. I would watch myself back in the old days. I think I'd be better now, but I just don't do the scenes. But I'd catch myself. I'm like, ugh. I'm acting. Look at me.
Yes.
I'm like acting, as opposed to Shakespeare. Like I could do Shakespeare. That's not acting, but
Do
I
Shakespeare.
can
Go.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by the sun of York, and all the clouds that lowered upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried.
Wow.
That's
amazing, right? It's fucking amazing.
I'm impressed. I was in a production of Much Ado About Nothing. I have no idea what the hell I said the whole time.
Yeah,
no
that's
clue. I read the script.
Shakespeare's unbelievable. I mean, like when you really understand.
Yeah, if you dig in and really get it. Yes.
Some of the shit that guy said was like, woo.
I understood my lines about 2 years after the show.
That's what
I
happens.
I had no idea what in the world I was saying.
I was a musician. My mentor was this great, famous, upright, jazz bass player. And I would show up at his house sometimes to play with my drums. And he goes, "Yeah, put the drums down. We're doing Shakespeare today." And I'd be like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to do some Shakespeare." And he would hand me my lines, and I would sit there reading like Brutus from the 10 scene, Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Come to Betty Caesar.
Was
not
he
to
connected
praise
that
him.
to the music somehow? Like, what was
He
the
was
reason?
just art.
He just
art.
felt like it?
It's art. Art is all the same.
Well, all right, yeah.
Comedy, acting, music. It's all like it's tied together. There's rhythm to this stuff. Comedy is rhythm, right?
Yep.
No, you're absolutely right.
How many
about
great drummers are comedians? A lot.
that. Phil Collins is one of the funniest people I think I've ever seen. Good morning, sir.
Harry Carabas hit the nail on the head when she said Jeff Bosie needed next to no research to play the faggot that he is.
Oh my God.
Jeff Bosie.
What's up, Jeff? How are you?
Bosie, he knows these. His toesies are rosies, but Bosie, Ramosies, so don't me's asleep. Bosie, he knows his toesies are rosies.
Maniac, right?
Fucking Bosie, we love your asshole too. Hi, this is a family-friendly show. We're here on Knock 'em Dead. Let's knock 'em dead, everybody. It's like a gay pride thing. Let's knock 'em dead, everybody. Let's go out there and just be who we are. Let's be with Tony and Rosie and just be. Let's be, everybody. Let's just knock 'em dead.
Oh, my God.
Everybody, let's knock 'em dead with Rosie and Bosie.
Oh my God, he makes me feel so.
Woo!
Yeah. Honk if you love Bosie's balls.
Yeah, that's it. That's like the good. Do it again. One more time. Do the honk.
I think he's gone.
Oh,
he is there.
I can only honk once. I got to go ahead and toot my own horn over here. I love you guys. You're wonderful and you're sexy. And who doesn't love a man with bald hair and one with white hair and someone that wears glasses temporarily on and off to make sure that her fucking eyes are like blind. I love you guys, by the way.
Thank you, Jeff. Oh my God.
I gotta go. I got things to not.
Yeah, go.
Okay,
do
go do your nothing.
Thanks for saying hello.
Wow.
I don't know. Every time I hear that name Bosie, I start singing. I can't. And that voice, he's got that voice. He does.
You can't deny when Bosie's on the phone with you. Like, he'll call me, and I don't even have to see that it's him. As soon as I hear,
You know the voice,
I'm
right?
like, what's up, Jeff?
What do you hear?
And then, what's up, Bose?
Goodness.
Oh, anyway. So where were we?
I have no idea.
You were... What is it? Jealousy is the green-eyed monster that doth mock the meat it feeds upon.
Ooh, wow. You're both impressing me today. Very impressive. Have you done Shakespeare?
No. I have done a guy that was a Shakespearean actor.
She had to say done. I done him.
I done him. And I didn't do many, but he was, he was the European thing we talked about.
Oh, Eduardo? No, what was his name?
Yes.
It was. Yeah, is that who we're talking about? Eduardo was a Shakespearean actor.
He was Mr. Shakespeare in the Park.
Came down from Connecticut to do the Shakespeare. I don't come down from Connecticut for anything.
A New Britain, my ass.
That's cool.
And so you were in it too?
No.
Are you reciting his lines?
I know his act.
Oh, his.
Not the Shakespeare part.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
No, that's not in his act.
Right. It was, you were quoting the lines Eduardo had to say.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a...
The green-eyed monster. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So what's going on here? Is that a picture of your son?
Yeah, I have a funny thing to just say because my son is in 5th grade and, they have picture day and you want one every year, even though you have 4,000 fucking pictures on your story a week for me at least, of your kid, right? So you have to get the picture. So I sent him to school dressed so nice. I bought him a nice shirt and I bought him a nice... And he said, I get the pictures back, the proofs, and they're such shit. I said, Cole, they didn't look at you like these fucking class moms. They go and specifically, we're going to give you a class mom today. We're going to go to a picture day. So I said, why didn't they fix you? The kid was like this. The undershirt was like this. And the collared shirt was like this. So he looked all fucked up. And I'm like, I'm not buying these fucking pictures. I was pissed.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't understand. What happened to these failed mothers? That they didn't fix you.
Failed mothers.
And he said...
Strong words about a picture.
Well, it's annoying.
Okay.
He said, they only fix the girls, Mommy. They don't care about the boys. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a boy mama.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
Go get him, boy mama.
So I said, you know what? For the first time ever, you're taking the redo photo.
Ooh.
I'm sure he was thrilled.
Oh, yeah, he loves that. He loves wearing collared shirts to school. So... I forgot about the redo photo day.
Oh, no.
Another mama who failed.
A failed mother? I'm leading the fucking charge on that one this year. Yeah. So now I go and I'm like, don't forget about picture day. Well, I forgot about picture day. So it happened to be one of the days that my husband works from home.
Perfect.
So I didn't know, though. So he got him ready for... school
without the reminder.
Well, I went, no, but we didn't know.
Oh, he forgot to.
He just got him regular for school.
Right.
So, of course, my son, I have a boy, not a girl, who tells you every little, Sally sat with Stella, and Stella didn't say anything, and then she was not mad, and then I cut a piece of paper, and then I put it in my desk. My son, how's school? Good. That's a boy. Mm-hmm. So anyway, he didn't tell me it was picture day even after the fact, so then I get the proof.
Okay.
This is the do-over?
This is the do-over.
Oh, the do-over. Here we go.
Somehow, my husband put him in his Bart Simpson shirt that he loves, because he loves The Simpsons like I did. But somehow that day, his hair looked like Bart Simpson's.
It kind of does.
Isn't that freaking great?
Let me say.
That is
So
awesome.
not only did I buy,
and it's a good picture.
not only did I buy the pictures, I got the
He's
magnet.
so cute, though.
He is
Look at
cute.
that.
That's a great
But look
picture.
at the hair.
That's great.
Look at the hair. Is
Nice.
that
Little Eddie Munster going.
Do the Bart man. Do the Bart man.
Oh, remember that?
He's cute.
Yeah, that's why I
But
sang
the
it.
hair, look, it matches the thing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring that
That's a
because
great
it was on my
picture,
dresser
actually.
when I was leaving, and it made
He's
me
got a great smile.
made
Who
me
cares?
giggle.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, it's just funny.
It's a magnet?
It's a
we
magnet.
Should, we should put it up.
Oh, let's put it up!
Ah,
Yay!
that's cool.
He's gonna live here. I have 2, thank God, or else I'd have to take it home with me.
He's cute.
When I was in 2nd grade, it was picture day, but the night before, my brother and I, we were wrestling and we put a hole in the wall, and then we started, like, instead of putting toys where they belong, we were putting them inside the hole in the wall. Like, it was just sitting on the insulation. And my mother caught it, she yelled at us, she made us take it all out. And my brother, being the lazy bastard that he is, he was just holding the lamp so I can see in. And we got into an argument over something, and he got me with the bulb.
Ooh.
Right there. Big circle. And then the next day was picture day. So I have this picture at home with this dot on my Insert jokes there.
Hello, my friend.
That reminds me of
Don't
me in
you
5th
walk
grade.
out?
I broke my leg and was in the recital picture.
No sympathy from me.
No, I broke. Well, sorry. I broke my leg
Yeah.
and still had. I was in a school play of Robin Hood.
Huh?
I had to do the play on crutches, but then the dance recital I couldn't do. You know,
Right.
that's a little stretch to do ballet and
They should
jazz.
have made you do it.
No, but I wanted to be in the photos.
Okay.
So there's a picture of me, like, you know, the ballet position. And it's like I'm in the typical pink like tutu with the banana clip from the 80s, like this. You know, it's like all in a row. And I'm like, and you see me, and all you see is the cast.
Oh, wow.
Like, no, anyway, that's what you reminded me of.
So you did some acting as well.
There you go.
I did.
Yeah? So you'd be good at. I think you'd be a good actress.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, based on a lot of the shit you say here, I think you'd be, you're a fucking good actress.
Yeah, well, between you and Danny Calabrese are constantly telling me to calm the fuck down, so there's something to that.
I actually bring that up in here sometimes because you, like we've talked about, you guys do kind of like characters when you do characters, but you don't do. You're not officially doing a character where you're like, turn from the audience and put on a hat and that type of comedy seems to be dead to me. It seems because there used to be tons of guys that would do that
Like
type
Carrot Top?
Oh, I think you're talking about
props?
more. Maybe you're talking more about like an impressionist or an impersonator.
No.
No.
I'm trying to think who like.
I just bring it to life. I think comedy is how you bring it to life, and some people don't bring it to life because that's their style, not to do anything.
They do deadpan, or they do.
People would become a character, whatever the name. Like Robin Williams would do his son or something, but they would actually turn and like put on a hat or mess their hair up, and then all of a sudden they're this.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
With that, ever since Seinfeld, from how I look at it, Seinfeld, great, but that observational style of comedy, because he hit it so big, it just seemed like everybody started doing that.
Yeah.
To this day, it seems like.
Yeah.
And it seems like throwing on a jacket to be this particular character that seems to be gone to me. But again,
I wouldn't say I don't. I mean, I'm not talking for Rosie, but I just it's my mother. She's a character.
Right, but that's
so
right.
You
That's
bring
what
her
I'm
to
saying.
life.
Right.
My daughter. That stupid thing. Rosie's got her puppet. She brings that thing to life. Like you look at that face and you do a voice. What's the voice you would do with that face?
What am I gonna do over there?
The old Italian grandmother, right?
Well, I gotta want a shoe.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. What am I gonna do?
Now, what's the story? You've done this on stage, or
No, I would never.
You just do it with your friends.
I do this with my son in the morning before school.
Oh,
this
that's
is what
it.
we do.
Right. Okay. I knew there was a story.
I'm like, hey, Cole, you better hurry up. I'm not gonna drive you to the. You gotta take the bus. And then he gets in the puppet's face and he'll say things like, "You're really making me angry today," and she'll be like, "Get out of my face." And then we just. It's stupid. It's so stupid.
No, it's cool.
And,
It's so cute.
And
Don't remember, a few more years, you're gonna miss it.
I know, it's so cute, but we do that, and then like he insults, like one's a chef, so he insults the chef's eggs.
That's
Oh,
great.
these eggs are salty.
No, that's cool.
You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I got it, my job, you got it, your job.
You should do like YouTube videos or something.
I should, but the thing about it is, like somebody once said to me, you really are a terrible like ventriloquist. Like,
But that's the fun.
I know.
part
And
of
they're
it.
like,
Absolutely.
That's the best
they're like
part.
you can tell. Somebody said to me, a real Mensa member said to me, you know, you can see your mouth moving, you know, and I was like, because it is. Because I'm not trying. That's why it's funny.
Nothing gets past you, hotshot. Yeah. That's cool. No, I like it.
I like my puppets.
Yeah, but characters are different. Doing a character in your act is just, to me, when I'm on stage, I want to show. You know, it's a show.
Yeah.
Put on a show, whatever it takes to get people to laugh. Bring a scene to life. It's like acting. You know.
I mean, he imitates his parents fighting and does full on opera.
Yes.
Like, so he'll sing, he'll do Shakespeare. He's like so
Well,
talented.
I purposely do the music. It's like an homage, you know. I was a musician my whole life. I still am, obviously, but
that's like
I
a
always
safe-
throw a little
yeah.
like people come up to me almost every show and they go, "You sing really well. Like that's a little too good." And I'll say, "Yeah, I used to, do that." You know, but it comes out because it's.
Is that like a safe space? Like like if you're nervous about a show, like, all right, well, I'm an excellent musician. I can go to that. Like, is that?
I never think that way.
No?
I just think someone said to me last night, like, you have to have a lot of stuff up your sleeve when you're a comedian. You can't just go out there with your act. I mean, you got to be confident about your act. But like last night, I'm at the brokerage and they were just talking up a storm, and I do my best not to allow that to happen because I don't want to get eaten alive. A lot of guys were getting eaten alive and they're great comics.
Right,
but I'm not
sure.
going to allow that to happen to me. So I could pull out characters. I could pull out voice. I can do, this guy Giovanni was his birthday and I immediately started doing Giovanni as a waiter. I'm like, look at him. He's like that fucking waiter at the, and I did the waiter and all of a sudden Giovanni is paying attention to me because I'm talking about him. So
Right.
if you got stuff up your sleeve, sometimes you got to use that to like smack him in the face. And this crowd, I had to punch him in the face. It sucked because if you didn't do that, then it's either they're going down or I'm going down, and I'm not going down.
Nice.
That's
Now, but you said up your sleeve. So Giovanni is a waiter. Is that something that was up your sleeve? Like
because
that's
I
on
do
your
the waiter,
reserve?
right? I do the waiter in my act, and I just took that little chunk, just not the whole bit. I just did him doing like the specials for a couple of minutes, and the audience is like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Like
Right.
they went from we're having our own conversations to what is he doing?
Yeah.
And they just got their attention, and that's like a little slap. Other people were going, "Shut the fuck up!" That's like their version of slapping him in the face.
Yeah.
Other people were just getting eaten alive, and it's hard because it has
Right.
nothing to do with your comedy. But
No.
if the audience is being disrespectful, and what's the choice? I'm not going down.
I heard you give a good shh.
Yeah, I was shushing.
He was
but-
shushing. I was like, I heard a shush. I heard a half shush.
Yeah, and sometimes, look, I've been in the clubs, and sometimes you got to walk up to people nicely and say, "There's a show going on,"
Right.
And they don't, they act like, "Oh, I didn't know that I was talking at the top of my lungs." Yeah, you didn't realize, huh?
But while you're up there doing your thing, and then boom, I'll work Giovanni up, into the waiter. Like that's still. Like you said, some guys are getting eaten alive. A lot of people aren't that quick. That
A young
that's
kid
testament
right
to
here.
you.
Yeah, so thanks. Yeah, but this like in the club here, and there was a young kid. He's like 21, 22 probably, and he just yawned. Like I'm like about to like set up a joke, and he just goes. And I could have said nothing, right? But I was like, "Did you just yawn at me?" And he's like, "Sorry." I was like, "You fucking yawned at me, dude." I'm like, "Am I that boring?" I'm like,
That's fantastic.
"Yeah, that's funny." Yeah. No, I'm paying attention. And I busted his balls for 5 minutes.
Right.
But yeah, I could. But it became really funny, and you just roll with it. But you got to have that. You gotta have the balls to try stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't always work, believe me. But
Well, when we did that restaurant show, one of the things that you did that my friends thought was the funniest was when the first thing you did was walk up there and make fun of everybody's last name.
Oh, yeah. Everybody on the show was Italian except me. It was like, first it was like Calabrese, then it was La Rocchia and Fiumara, you know? So I'm like the only Jew on the show. I'm like, what the hell? What is this, a law firm, you know?
Because
And
we
I
were
was
at
like,
the law firm.
yeah,
It was the best.
I think it was like La Rocchia, Fiumara, and Calabrese, you know? And I just started doing that. So, you know, that's the stuff up your sleeve.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you just try stuff and you fuck around a little
But
bit.
that's experience.
And experience, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
absolutely.
done that in my first year. Like Rosie is, honestly, Rosie, Danny, I mean, I like them. I like them because they're new and they're into it and they're just nice people. So I try to help them, you know, and I give them little tips and I throw my ideas out at them. And I'll write, I'll take a joke that they wrote and do it the Eric Haft way, and I'll say, try it that way, you know. But they're never going to be me. But for where they are, you're doing this like 8 months or something like that, and she's already on the main stage,
Right.
you know, and able to, you know, Rosie's got a natural feel up there.
Yes.
Danny, at the beginning, had a harder time. Danny Calabrese, you know, but he's a super likable guy. Like when you see him, you're like, I like this guy. He's nice, you know.
Yeah.
So when he's on stage, that likability buys you a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, get you through a
Absolutely.
lot. Because, you know, oh, I like him. He's nice.
Right.
You know, he doesn't suck, you know, and you get away with that, but you still have to have the material.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if
Yep.
you don't have that, you get away with that for a couple of minutes, and then they eat you alive. So what I try to do, you know, I'll say to Rosie, I'm like, you know, boom, you're kicking ass. Now, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? You know, you got to get, you know, I don't want dead time in my act. I can't. I don't.
Right.
I can't. I'm not good at that. There are comedians that can stand up there and just be quiet.
I know. I think about that every time I see him.
That's my own
Look how long
insecurities. I
they're
just need to hear
saying.
laughter, you know?
Yeah.
Some comics, Keith Anthony, one of my favorites of all time.
Absolutely.
He'll just go up and just, you know, just talking, you know, so, a weird day today, you know, just weird. People are weird, aren't they? Weird, you know? And I'm like, and the audience is like, what's he talking about? You know, just, you know, and, you know, it's this guy, you know, it's Trump. He's doing, I'm like, and the audience is like they're riveted by this guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What's he gonna say? You know, he's whispering, and the audience is like, what? And me, I'm up there, and I'm like, you know, over the top, you know.
Right,
So it's styles. Everybody, you know, Eric Tartaglione.
Yeah.
It's like Tortoni. You know, he's everything is Every punchline is tattoo remover. You know, it's like her father was the fire marshal. You know, it's got
He was here last night. He's great.
everybody. So everybody's got their style. You know, Peter Bells. You know, I'm a North Shore guy. You know, so it's just stylistic. But Keith, you know, I could never do that. Like I don't have. That's just not my personality. I don't whisper.
Yeah.
Like but he doesn't care. He knows he's funny, you know. But everybody, that's what's fun about comedy. Everybody that goes on that stage is totally different. It's cool. So anyway,
But being comfortable, I think, is half the battle, and I think it sells the jokes better, even if the material is not.
yeah.
It's still, if you're comfortable up there and you're 100% behind it, it just sells better.
right. But you still got to have the jokes.
You have to have the jokes, but the
'Cause-
stage presence
Yeah.
and being able to be charismatic up there and have people want to watch you, not because they like the way you look, but because they're kind of in their own way captivated by the way maybe you do a character, or because you have this command, or you have this.
Look, I get pissed off because people always talk about Carrie Karavis, you know? One of my best friends in the right. I talk to her all the time, and they say, "Oh yeah, she's one of the best female comics." I go, "No, she's one of the best comics."
Yeah,
There's no
always the
bullshit
female.
with the female bullshit.
Right.
You know
Agreed.
what? Funny is funny.
Yep.
I don't care if she has tits and a vagina.
Yep.
She's funnier than all of you fuckers. You know.
Oh, without
and
a doubt.
why? because she's really she's a great writer. She knows who she is as a performer, and finding your voice is the hardest thing. We all know that, but she's like, don't say female. Why do you have to throw female in there? Like, I don't give a shit. If Rosie's funny, she's funny. Like, just go up there. The fact that, all right, so the guys are looking at maybe different parts of her than they're looking at me, but that still has nothing to do with it. If she's funny, they're gonna get hey, I really like that female. She, whatever, whoever she was really. It's an insult saying female.
Right, I agree 100%. I don't know about other clubs, but I see here, which is what I like. I mean, you can come here. I can come here tonight and see Eric Haft, Fat Jay. I could see Rosie, Laura Patton, and Carrie and Joe Cravella hosting. From my point of view, I don't know if you guys agree, but to me, it doesn't seem to matter. Which is one of the many reasons why I love this place.
James is great about giving everybody an opportunity. If they show him the respect and they are putting time in and they want to come down and they want to watch and invest their time into watching others perform, and supporting him and just being here. I think after a while, when he sees that, and then you are funny, and you can only get funnier by being on that stage, because that's the stage that scares me. And I see the difference of my performance when I'm there versus the Giggle Room or Brokerage or a restaurant show or something else. It's intimidating still for me. And I don't know if it's just because James is sitting in the corner, with that wild ashtray, or it's because of the sheer number of people.
And you're doing it 8 months,
I know, it's a little scary. There's the green room you come out from. It's like, it just seems a little bit more like I was just there a couple weeks ago and watching Louis C.K. on that stage, and then I'm on that stage, and I'm like, this is crazy to me.
But do you turn around and go the other way with it and say, hey, Louis C.K. was just on here, and now I'm freaking standing here?
Of course.
Yeah.
When I'm like, when I'm in my bathroom on my own microphone, like, yeah, motherfucker, but not there. I'm like,
yeah. And it's a lot of people,
And I think a lot of it has to do with, I almost want to be in there one night. And, every time I've performed there, I got laughs last night. I know I did. But my head was, it wasn't in the right order. Something happened where I had just done that set. 20 minutes before, 25 minutes before,
but
and
it's
I did
double
the
the
set.
amount of people.
Double the amount of people, and also I had 6 minutes as opposed to 10.
Oh,
and I didn't realize that till about a minute before I went on. I went, wait, how much time? I didn't think, and then I was like, 6, shit, I got to figure this out. And then I had to, but what am I eliminating? What am I not? Then I was out of time before I could do a closer. So you just, and that comes with practice.
That's what I find to be the hardest part about doing it is, making sure you're doing your time. You can't go over, because if you go over, you're talked about forever. That's the biggest sin. But you don't want to end up early either, because then that screws up the host. Figuring out how it's all going to fit in and making sure it's the right. That's the hardest thing that I've had.
And the easiest thing to remember, last night, who was hosting? Luke Piccioni.
Oh, Piccioni, yeah.
So he goes, Olga's running late, so you might have to do more time, So it was 12
He's
minutes.
like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
I hate being on
Just
stage.
when a guy with a big friggin' head wants to hear that he gets to do more comedy. No, but I always have my smartwatch, my Apple Watch, and I set it for 2 minutes prior. So they said do 12. I set it for 10. And I said, if it goes off and she's still not here, just light me when she gets here, or whatever. I'll know. So at 9 minutes, it must have been because my watch hadn't gone off, he starts lighting me. And I'm like, all right. So in my mind, I knew, all right, she's here.
She's here.
But I still knew that I didn't hit 10 minutes yet.
Right.
It didn't buzz on my, So what's the worst that can happen? You tell a new comic, you're like, hey, when they light you, that doesn't mean get off the freaking stage. It means, wrap it up.
Right.
Don't be a pig about it. I've seen that too, where you're banging on the door, get off the freaking stage,
sure,
right?
yeah.
But when you get the light, you just go, all right, look, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got a joke or two, and you get that. Who cares? You don't want to put that kind of pressure on yourself, because that's you don't want to be thinking about that when you're on stage. You want to have fun up there.
Well, and that's kind of another aspect to it. That's a good host. Hey, Eric, How much? When do you need to be lit? A minute before, 2 minutes
and I
before?
never want to be lit because I always keep my own time. I'm a drummer, for God's sake.
Right.
I'm all about time. I could tell you almost how long every one of my bits is. If I broke it down to time, I could probably tell you that.
Wow.
I just know. You just have a feel for that. But
but that too. Fine. All right. You don't want to be lit. Okay. But at least the host is working that out.
yeah, it's great. No, a good
yeah.
host does that. I don't mind a light, but I'd rather know. Like, I don't want to be doing. Yeah, there are a lot of comics when you watch them and they're doing that. That drives me nuts. I don't want to see a guy. Oh, I'm almost there. I got another minute, everybody. It drives me nuts. It just drives me nuts. Like, where are you going, dude?
Right.
Like, just do your thing. Like, doesn't anybody have a timer? There's so much technology. Why do I have to?
Well, some of them might be actually looking at their notes to see what their next line might be. Right?
Once in a while there could be a little note on the cuff.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting older, but I still feel young. I'm getting older, but I still feel young, and I do young things. I do drugs, people. I do drugs. That's right. I do drugs, people. Little Molly. Little Molly, some weed. Lipitor. I bring what they need. Rosie's in trouble when she's like, if she forgets something, she just makes a funny face. She goes, That's when Rosie's in trouble on stage when she starts making her plastic face.
Plastic face.
That's when Rosie's in trouble. Did I say that?
Well, that actually happened here last night. You were like, I think I may have told the joke twice.
I think I did.
Okay.
I swear to God, the look on the woman's face said, I heard that just now. And then I'm like, I come back here and he's the first person I see. And he's like, oh, I didn't know you were here. I said, yeah, I just went up. And then he's like, oh, and I go, I was all kinds of discombobulated. I mean, I got laughs and it was fine. They don't know, but like, the only thing is, I think I might have told a joke twice. And he's like, what? He goes, you should have told it 3 times. I would have thought it was part of the act, or like you have dementia or something. Okay.
There are comedians that do that too.
Sure,
But the woman's face was, I don't know, she was staring right into my soul from the front. And I was like...
And then that guy went into convulsions right after.
Felt...
See what you
They
did?
forgot all about it.
I felt that she was like...
You might have killed that guy.
I think I did.
That's what I'm thinking.
I felt... Well, I'm not going to say it. I felt her face thinking, you just said that. And I went...
I have to do drugs. I live with my mother. I do shrooms. With all the wokeness and the political bullshit and my sciatica. I love people's acts. It's fun.
Oh, I love... Yeah.
I love it. I know so many people's acts.
Oh, I love when I can do like the Fat J, when he just goes...
Well, yeah, he's a perfect example. Him, I mean, so many of you guys. I watch it over and over, and I'm still laughing.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, right.
Something memorable, right?
Right, of course.
Everybody's got their style, man. That's what's cool.
Well, Eric was there for me the day that I had my recital.
Oh, that's right.
The first time I ever went on stage,
Yeah.
I was
You
so
killed.
nervous.
You
First
did
time I went
kill.
on stage, I ran up to him, not really knowing him. I met him like once or twice briefly in the class, and I ran up to him and I was like, "Do I smell?"
And he said, yes.
As a matter of fact, you do.
I go, "I'm nervous. I'm really nervous." I don't even remember what I said. I said
You
something.
did. You said, I have to go put on some deodorant or something.
I'm
You
sorry.
actually said that.
I'm freaking out. I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
You must have been like, "What the fuck is wrong?"
I just
with
met.
this
Yeah, I think I
one?"
met you once before that in the class or something. But you rocked it. But man, it's scary. The first time I ever did it was at the brokerage, same class, And come on, I'm a seasoned musician my whole life, being on stage, did all this stuff.
Yeah.
I was never more nervous in my life.
Same with me.
I couldn't remember anything,
Right.
and I had my little note thing, which I never looked at. But you get your first laugh, and you move on, and then everything after that.
So scared. I've been doing theater. I've been doing my murder mysteries for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm like, I can go on stage. Shaking. I was a mess. Afterwards, this one couple that came to see me, because I was still, even after, I was like, my head was like in shock. A couple, a man and wife that were friends, came to see me, and they were saying goodbye. I went and kissed the guy and then shook hands with the woman. I mean, that's how like crazy I was.
That's so Mike Keegan of you.
That's very true. That's kind of scary too. But then when I went up for my first time, which was also at the brokerage, in fact, we're coming up on just about 5 years, I think, next week, because I was the last one to perform at the brokerage, and then boom, everything was shut down the next day.
Oh, wow.
I was the COVID comedian for a year,
Oh,
so I shut it all down.
I was the last plane to land at JFK.
Really?
Right before Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, wow.
They shut the airport while I was waiting. Anyway, I don't know.
I was the last one out of Stop and Shop last night. They were about to lock up. I was in the deli department, but I wasn't leaving without my Munster cheese. I was not going to leave. But interesting that we're talking about all this because I almost didn't make it out of Stop and Shop. It was so close. The doors were closing, believe me. And I had my little bag of Munster cheese, and I felt I just thank goodness that I had, because this is very similar stories. You ever get bored, people? You ever watch this show and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's every day when they're watching this show. You kidding?
This
Oh,
is
my
fun.
God.
It is fun.
How long is this show going on? Knockem Dead. You have a bunch of shows. I know that. The Rosie thing is new. I know you and Rosie. This is like a new one.
Well, it's
but
I mean,
Knockem Dead's Knockem Dead, right?
Yeah, I'm on here every day.
Oh, wow.
Doing next week, March 12th, will be 7 years. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. Every day. And I've been very fortunate that even though it's 11 o'clock, middle of the day, I still get great people that still agree to come in.
Hey, we do what we gotta do.
That was the best when I asked Olga last night. I'm like, she's hot shit, this one, and she's going places.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, Olga, would you like to come on the show, be on the podcast? She was like, yeah. And I was like, really? You would? She's like, sure. I was like,
I'd love to do it.
And then I was like, when can you come on? Any Friday? She's like, well, what time do you guys do it? Like what night? Like do you do it like on Thursday night? And like, no, like 11 o'clock every Friday. She's like, no, never.
Maybe, what if we...
And she was like on her phone.
Never.
She was like, never. I
What-
was like, okay, never
maybe
mind. I tried.
Well, let's get it to Zoom at noon on a Friday.
Oh, she'll Zoom probably. It's
All right,
the
so
getting
we'll-
here.
oh,
She
yeah.
lives in like the
in the
the
city.
East Village.
And so 2 weeks from tonight, we have Debbie and Mario Diamore are coming in.
Who's that?
Oh, you don't know them? Debbie's a little older lady. She does stand-up.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza by
That's
Debbie
amore.
Amore.
I mean, how do we not have him out and you're
Debbie
singing?
Amore.
And now next week, you're not even here, right?
No, I'm in Amsterdam.
Oh,
Because
tell
you
me.
know,
Amsterdam.
I do drugs because I live with my mother.
Oh!
And Eric Half has a mother that she's like, who ate my yogurt?
Oh, wait, my yogurt.
Was it you? Was it you? No, because
So what's
you
his
don't,
name? What's the puppet's name?
You don't
Come
eat a
on.
nothing. How will you live your life? Eat the nothing and no cheese?
No
Who
cheese.
eats no cheese? Cheese is the foundation for everything. You got to put the cheese on the Parmesan.
I actually know a guy who owns a restaurant. Looks just like that.
This is what every restaurant owner looks like.
Well, true. You're right.
Rosie, you
yes.
know, you got to shut your mouth. You talk it so much. Let it my turn. You got this guy, you got this guy, and you got this guy. It's a time for you to shut your face.
I like how it doesn't even move its mouth sometimes. She's moving her mouth, but he doesn't.
Yeah, there's not
it's like
sync,
her
yeah.
coordination is so
No, because
fucked
I
up.
have it on the wrong hand. I realized that. I was like, I really should change hands. It's just
Switch hands, so you can do the whole thing. Here we go.
Hang on. You're come
No,
back.
I'll come
Yeah,
back.
'cause
Come
you're
back,
out
come
of
back.
camera range. Yeah.
All right, we'll do it when it comes up natural. So I think Eric should tell us a little bit about his food in his act because he has a lot of food in his act.
Let's see. Beautiful. Everything is beautiful. My name is Mario. Grazie. Grazie, prego. Grazie. You look beautiful today, Rosie. This lipstick. Look, he still doesn't move his fucking mouth. It's unbelievable. I'm talking and she's just looking at this stupid thing. What is wrong with this woman? You're supposed to be the puppeteer.
I didn't realize
Even I could do it.
Even I didn't realize I was the puppet. I thought my puppet was going to have a conversation with you.
Okay. All right.
Let me
Talk to me.
It is actually just
wait.
about time to go.
We're
so
wrapping up.
We are
He's
about
the
to
guy.
wrap
He
up.
said,
Let me
Ciao.
let me just check some comments. Did Eric walk under a flock of seagulls on the way here? What does that mean?
oh, because he's got the Flock of Seagull
Oh, the
hairdo
hair?
from the 80s band. You know Flock.
I do, but I don't I don't. That looks like normal, nice hair.
What am I doing?
Haft.
Oh, we got the pastries.
I need another bite of whatever the hell that was.
Wait, you got to try. I brought beautiful pastries, by the way. From Paris Baguette. Try one of
What
those.
are you, their
They're
fucking
incredible.
spokesperson this week?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
So Mickey was watching, James Grimm was watching, Andrew Fremder, of course. Let's see. James Grimm says hard at work watching YouTube on company time. Sorry. Frank Kafara, what the F did I walk into here? Frank, happy birthday to you, pal.
Happy birthday.
That's right. Don Sil.
Towel, please.
Frank Kafora was jealous that Jackie got to make out with Florence Henderson. Don Sill, Eric killed it in Comic Sans. One of my favorite scenes in that film. He has to make a cameo in the next one. Good idea.
Absolutely.
Yes, we have to do that. Let's see. So Fremder. Oh, you were doing Shakespeare before. He says Eric Half-Spear.
I like it.
And from California, wishing everyone a happy Friday. You too. Randy Rakowski, Eric's Stop and Chop bit was hysterical. And then Scott, yes, he says, to host a show every day is a labor of love. To listen to this show every day feels like being in labor. Excellent. Sons of bitches.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right, so it is time for us to go.
Thanks for having me.
I'm
It was
so
so much
glad
fun.
you're here. Yes,
Yeah, it was
I've
great.
been trying to get you here for a long time.
Thank you.
What we have any? I know. Oh, I know. I know. It had nothing to do with me.
I got
I
you.
know. What's coming up? Where do they find? How do they find out what's coming up? I mean, you're working everywhere.
We're all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's a great fundraiser we're doing. We should mention that.
I have the poster.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Put that up because
Palma.
Palma
Yes.
will be here on
March
I believe
23rd.
it's
Sunday.
Next week, right? A week from this Sunday.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 Sundays, because I'm going to be back from my trip.
Yes.
March 23rd.
March 23rd here at the main club. Hopefully it will be sold out.
Yeah.
It is sold out already.
Is it?
Sold out already, yes.
Is it really?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Somebody tried to get tickets sold out, but they said come down anyway because you could still do the raffles, buy a drink.
We just want to raise money. Palma's a great comedian, great friend,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll have a nice... Ernie DeMarco put this thing together. Ernie's a good friend of the club as well.
Right.
And we're just... we're going to do our thing.
That's right.
Make people laugh, you know?
And we'll. It's a daytime thing.
It's Sunday
Yeah.
afternoon.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I'm going to come down and, eat a mozzarella stick.
I'll open up in here. I'll open up in here.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
we'll
I'll.
do a
And I'll
pre-show.
That's a great
How about a
idea.
pre-show?
oh yeah.
I want
Absolutely. Let's do
to
that.
help you host the pre-show.
Okay.
We'll talk.
And we'll and then we'll push the GoFundMe page for Palma, and we'll see what we can do there. So we'll be here for that.
You'll do a strip tease for money again.
Yeah,
Remember that guy
I'll have to
donated?
pay money. Oh, that's true. I mean, that's why I put the underwear on. One of the viewers, John Romeo,
Oh, that's right.
and he sent it, by the way.
We did.
He donated $200 to the Nassau County PAL Special Needs Unit.
That's great.
That's why I put the
Thank
underwear.
you,
He said-
Romeo.
right. He said, I'll send the money over if you put that
That was
underwear on.
cool.
So, yeah, he did. He was a man of his word. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good one. And we're always at the clubs here doing our thing.
so, but how do they find out? Half to laugh? Or?
Yeah, haftolaugh.com is my website, Instagram,
Right.
Facebook, whatever.
He's very high tech.
Oh, yeah.
The website is actually really nice, his website.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I just need to spend a little time actually promoting myself, like some other comics. I'm a loser. Riga, you're a loser. No, but that's all over. Yeah, check me out. Have to laugh.
And
Have to laugh.
And Rosie Comedy on Facebook is up and running, and it's great.
Yeah, I got to figure out some things. There's a glitch, I think, but I'm getting there. It's
Cool.
slow but sure.
Very nice. Thank you, Randy. Randy says, don't forget to set your clocks ahead this weekend.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah,
Damn.
Saturday into Sunday, right? Is that
We
how it
lose
works?
an hour, right?
We do.
I love that when I can't sleep on a Sunday.
And let's
Never.
leave on what can we leave? How about a song?
What song can we sing?
Good night, good night. No, what can we sing?
Oh,
a good evening song. What can we do?
So long, farewell, Avida, say good night.
Oh, wow.
I
not
hate
bad.
to go.
My balls are really tight. Trying to remember the words. Yeah, there you go.
And then they all go down the thing. No, we saw Sound of Fucking Music.
Sound of
So
fucking
I
long,
know the words.
farewell.
Sound of fucking music. That's what I'll
Yes,
watch.
there you go. Don't tune in this week. The Sound of Fucking Music.
All right, well, playing this weekend on a governor's stage, some of the names you'll see. Nick Griffin, Jeff Dye, Keegan Tyndall, Jay Lawrence, the Uncle Louie Variety Show. Love those guys.
Yes.
Love their show. Go see them there at the brokerage tonight and tomorrow. Alvin Kwai. And, go to govs.com, make your reservations. Today's episode of Donversations with Don Sill is playing right now. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. And I think Don and I will be in here tomorrow night. I think. Pretty sure. So that'll be fun. And that's it. And so we'll see you Monday. On Monday, I don't remember the name, but I actually have an improv troupe coming in here on Monday.
Really?
And I don't remember their names. But I'll post it. You'll see it. Good
you
enough.
can improvise.
And we'll miss you next week. That's why you are who you are.
You're gonna have You're gonna have some stories.
I'm going to sit down.
Take pictures
with my staff.
No drugs.
Drugs and sex.
No bikes.
Oh, wait, no.
No bicycles.
Who's going?
I'm going to be there with my husband on the first leg, visiting a really tall Dutchman that's 6'8", that I know through Pearl Jam. We're staying at his home with his horse farm.
Okay.
And meeting his children for the first time, like adultish teens. That's going to be an experience. We'll be outside the city. He's going to take us on all these different things.
I bet.
And then we're going to come back into Amsterdam, where we will then meet up with my brother, our social media manager, two of my sales people that won national sales contest to get everything included and their flights to come with us.
Wow.
They're coming. So, and then my friends Pete Nalla, the guy with the muscles from the Madonna party.
I remember.
And his beautiful wife. It's her 40th birthday was this week. Happy birthday, Allah. So for Allah's 40th, they're joining us. And they're going to do their own thing, but they're going to come to the Masquerade Ball and a couple of different events that we have for the host company. It's a bridal thing. So there's a masquerade ball. There's a private tour to the Rijksmuseum.
Wow.
I made reservations for the first night when they land to do like an 8:30 canal cruise at night with like little Dutch bites and.
Really?
I bring the fun. So we're going to have a good time. It's going to be nice.
Enjoy.
Stay on Rosie's good side. Yeah, seriously, have a great trip. I was going to just work in Eduardo references since you're going to Europe and stuff, but yeah, it's not
He's
sale.
infatuated with this Eduardo.
Oh, well, it's great stories.
I heard.
Yeah.
I was watching a little bit.
I was infatuated. I mean, that's...
Yeah, well, really, have a great time.
Yes.
Another lifetime.
We'll miss you next week.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks, and I hope it's a safe trip. And
Thank
have
you,
a great time.
and I'll come home with some good stuff.
Yeah,
nice.
baby.
Pictures.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Everybody have a great weekend. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. Otherwise, we'll see you Monday. Thank you guys again. This was so much fun.
Yay.
Awesome guys.
Thanks.
Are the best.
Thank you for the
See you
Paris.
soon.
All right, we're out. See you guys later.